it is just emptiness. It is emptiness at the expense of emptiness, to increase emptiness, for the pursuit of emptiness. And you, I don't know, me, I don't know about you, but I can see it in everyone's eyes if they have a second from their phone. But y'all can't see it in everyone's eyes, I don't know, but our world is nothing more than a capitalistic cradle for tyranny. In her cities, the mean-spirited coward against the world and integrity is punished with despair. And then you want me to go and fight unholy, unhumble, unaware, unappreciative, unthankful, unkind, undone, too selfishness, too selfish, too egocentristic, too individualistic, extreme emptiness and echoes of emptiness. Even if we do go back in time and save the day, the mess just worsens and deepens. And then the ultimate thing, the dogs of capitalism, they fool us into, I don't have another word, but it's fascism. It's fascism. It's pure unbridled fascism. Come on, man. And they or we end up fooling ourselves into fascism, and then out of fascism, and then back into fascism again, and then into genocide, out of genocide, back into genocide under a different name, and then maybe fascism gets a new name. But we end up fooling ourselves into flippity flop loop, back into flippity flop loop, out of flippity flop loop, under a different name, back into raw war, out of war, raw, under a different name. But certainly into the most damaging era of existence, propped up by grandiose concepts of of I don't know. They have no real breath, real worth. Entire false economies built on manufactured insecurity, anxiety, and illness, and the rampant oppression of people solely based on what books they read, on skin color, which has carved a welt into the fabric of the world that cannot be healed as long as it can be ignored. I've seen it. I've drank the black waters that gathers in the vines. Don't we all have the visions? Well, I got the visions. And all the heroes fall into the superficial nothing life, living into the blindness for so long that they succumb to the blindness and enjoy the blindness and imagine themselves to be full of integrity. I've seen the future. There is no grace in death. Another thing, like people live forever, bloated on their hatred, screaming out to close the border, stockpile the food and medication, trading pixelated sexual favors with other people's avatar. I've seen it. I've drank the black waters that gathers in the vines, the roots. I've drank the black waters. There is no glory in our world, in our country maybe to fight for, but our country is hell. And the terrified, distracted, just getting on with it. I'm not to blame, so don't ask me to change. People are the demons that serve in her furnace. Kae Tempest, Philoctetus, Paradise. William Blake. Hear the voice of the bard, who presents past and future as seas, whose ears have heard the holy word. That walked among the ancient trees, calling the lapsed soul, weeping in the evening dew that might control the starry pole and fallen light renew. O earth, Gaia, O earth, return, arise out from your dewy grass. Night is worn, and the morn rises from the slumberous mass. Turn away no more. Why wilt thou run away? The starry floor, that watery shore, is given thee till the break of day. Famous William Blake lines. To see a world in a grain of sand, a heaven in a wild flower, hold infinity in the palm of your hand and eternity in an hour. A robin red, breast in her cage, puts all heaven in a rage. A dove, filled with doves and pigeons, shudders hell through all its regions. A dog, starved at his master's gate, predicts the ruin of the state. A horse, misused upon the road, calls to heaven for human blood. Each outcry of the haunted hare, a fibre from the brain does tear. A skylark wounded in the wing, a cherubim does cease to sing. The game cock, clipped and armed for fight, does the rising sun affright. Every wolf and lion's howl raises from hell a human soul. The wild deer wandering here and there keeps the human soul from care. The lamb, misused, breeds public strife, and yet forgives the butcher's knife. The bat that flits at close of eve has left the brain that won't believe. The owl that calls upon the night speaks the unbeliever's fright. He who shall hurt the little friend shall never be beloved by men. He who the ox to wrath hath moved shall never be by women loved. The wanton boy that kills the fly shall feel the spider's enmity. He who torments the chaffer's sprite weaves a bower in endless night. The caterpillar on the leaf repeats to thee thy mother's grief. Kill not the moth, nor butterfly, for the last judgment draws nigh. He who shall train the horse to war shall never pass the polar bar. The beggar's dog and widow's cat, feed them and thou wilt grow fat. The gnat that sings his summer song, poison gets from slander's tongue. The poison of the snake and newt is a sweet and envy's foot. The poison of the honey bee is the artist's jealousy. The prince's robes and beggar's rags are toadstools on the missus' bags. A truth that is told with bad intent beats all the lies you can invent. It is right, it should be so. Man was made for joy and woe, and when this we rightly know, through the world we safely go. Joy and woe are woven fine, a clothing for the soul divine. Under every grief and pine runs a joy with silken twine.